Well, hello there, my darlings. Happy Friday and welcome to a speed build. You might have been expecting a different video today. I just decided against doing that video, loves. There was nothing to it, so I was like, shit, I do not have a video for today. So what I decided to do instead was create this little speed build for you. And it is a British bungalow in the new world that came with the Growing Together expansion. Now, a British bungalow is usually, well, not usually, but it's more kind of stereotyped for the older generation. You usually find, because it hasn't got stairs and stuff in the house, that the older generation tend to live in places like this. And I was like, I want a new family to move in here. So what I did was, still with the exterior, making it look like a traditional English or British bungalow. But with the interior, I decided on updating it a little bit and making it more family friendly. So this is a family house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's on a 30 by 20 lot in the new world. And I really like how this came together. I like how traditional and realistic, in my opinion, the exterior looks. But into the interiors, we've gone for a little bit more of a modern, updated vibe. And you'll see that in a little bit, my loves. Yes, you bloody will indeed. But hello, my loves. The weekend is upon us. Yes, it is. Saturday is coming tomorrow. I hope you all have a marvellous weekend. Whatever you get up to, I'm going camping. Well, more glamping, staying in my friend's lovely little Volkswagen camper on a farm this weekend. We're going tomorrow. Very much looking forward to it. There is actually 3 of us sleeping in it. One of my other very close friends, best friend even, is staying with us. So it's going to be quite nice. What are you up to in the comments? Let me know down below. You know I'd love to hear from you. Yes, I do indeed. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. Using the brick from City Living, I think that is, and the windows from high school years, these ones that you can climb out of. I thought these looked perfect on this build itself, so that's what I've decided to do. Really like the floor plan to this place as well. Really like the floor plan to the bungalow. I actually found a floor plan online for this, and it was perfect. It was perfect for what I needed it to be. And I have been in bungalows throughout my years on this planet, but to think about floor plans and stuff, it just got a little bit difficult for me. So I was like, I need a little bit of help. So I went online and found a nice little bungalow floor plan. And it worked out because it just matched in perfectly with how I wanted the exterior to look itself. Now, I know there are a lot of craftsman houses and stuff with similar floor plans that you're seeing online because of the new expansion. But I wanted to just go ahead and bring a bit of Britishness to this, and that's what I went ahead and did. And I just like how this came together. I really did. I would like if you guys would maybe download this and redevelop it into something completely different, maybe with another floor or even on a bigger lot with a bigger garden. I did think about doing that myself, but I was just like, no, I want to stick to a bungalow, and that's what I did here. Yes, I did indeed. Now we do a garage with this build, but I end up just using that garage as a place where I put a little desk in there, a little workout area. Usually, well, not usually, but a lot of the times us Brits for some reason don't tend to use our garages. We tend to park outside them and use the garages for storage. Don't know why that is, but that happens a lot, and that's what I decided to do with this build. Yes, I did. Also used a roof piece for the driveway, but I actually changed this out a little bit more. You'll see in a sec, because I wanted to actually get a car on here, and for some reason with the tool mod you can't actually rotate the cars. The cars actually just shrink down to a weird size when you try and rotate them. So yeah, I end up changing that out in a little bit as well. I really do. But this came together so naturally for me today. It took me about, this video is definitely going to be a bit later for you, apologies for that, but I think it took me about, I don't know, about 4 hours to build this, 4 hours. And all of that time I was watching Grey's Anatomy, because as you guys may or may not know, I am currently addicted to it and I'm having a lovely time with it indeed. Ignore these hedges as well. I actually sized them down with the tool mod because they were just a little bit too big and they were skirting up on top of the windows and it was making me fuming. Yes, it was. Put a satellite dish on top as well. That is a very common thing to see. Not in this day and age anymore, really. But from when I was a child and stuff, I always remember these bungalows around where I used to live with satellite dishes up on the rooftops and stuff. So that's what I went ahead and did. I just wanted a bit of nostalgia, to be honest. We used to go to an area where I used to live. Little storyline here for you. When it was Halloween and Christmas and do Christmas carolings, because the Odies would always love it. They would always love it and give us loads of money. So we just go to each bungalow. How bad is that? Bless them. They used to take ages to answer the door as well. As a child, you don't think about this, do you? But they loved it, seeing all the children at the front begging for money. Oh, tell me you used to do that. I think we all used to do that many years ago. Going around Christmas caroling on older people's doors. That's just evil now, as far as I'm concerned. Go away. They're trying to live their life in peace. Not with us badgering on the back. On the back? On the door. I said back because we're going on to the back of the build. So it's only got a short, narrow courtyard garden, but it was enough to be able to put in a table and chairs and a barbecue and some growing space for, some herbs or whatever. And it kind of came together quite nicely. Now, this area does change what I'm working on here, this house step up with that door. I actually go ahead and put a bit more of a modern door on it once we get to the interiors, and that leads straight into the dining room. You'll see that in a sec when we actually get into the dining room. Even the floor plan in the interior changes a little bit. I decided to separate off the dining room and kitchen and not have an open plan one. And yeah, I think it worked out. I was struggling here with flooring and we end up just going for the paving slabs. And then I link it around on this side and put another entrance going into the garage. The garage has got access into the house, out to the back garden. But obviously, because we don't have cars, it doesn't have access with the cars going into the actual garage itself, because that's not a thing. Nor do I think it's ever going to be a thing. I don't think cars is... Well, no, do you know what? I'm thinking about that. Why else would they add a whole transportation kind of section in the build and buy menu if we weren't going to get cars at some point? But to me, I just don't feel like they're a necessity anymore. I've kind of gone past the point of it, to be honest. So I don't want them. I don't want them in the game. They can do one now, as far as I'm concerned. But I know a lot of you guys want them, so I'll want them for you, okay? Why am I putting this hedge in again? What? Did I just repeat a whole thing there? Maybe not, but there we go. There you go. You've seen it twice, me putting that hedge in again for some reason. No idea why, but that is the thing. Yes, it is. But yeah, as I said, I really loved how this build came out. I really did. It just felt very, not nostalgic in a way, because I never really had a nostalgia meaning. Is that the right way to use that? A nostalgia point. There we go. Of a bungalow, apart from going and Christmas caroling on them to get some money. My nan and granddad used to live in a really lovely chalet that was on the top of the cliffs in Cornwall. But other than that, and I suppose you could say a chalet is a bit of a bungalow, but I would prefer to live in a chalet. I just like the vibes a little bit better than a bungalow. I wouldn't say no to a bungalow. And you're finding as well that a lot of younger people are actually buying up bungalows because they're just a little bit cheaper. Well, not always, but they are a little bit cheaper than buying a house. And as you know, we have a cost of living crisis here in the UK, and none of us can afford, well, a lot of younger people cannot afford to buy houses, which is sad, to be honest. Very sad. And I'm going on about a cost of living crisis in a speed build, but you know, it's kind of fitting in a way, isn't it? Because maybe some of your Sims out there are living in a cost of living crisis and they can't afford to build either a house even, or a bungalow. I'm waffling. But anyway, I wanted to put a hedge on the side here. I was going to put trees down here, but this lot is that awkward lot that already has that tree hanging over it. This one that you can see in the shadow. And it keeps going into the build. So I just don't get how a gaming studio don't player test it to think, oh, maybe that tree might poke into someone's build. I don't know. Anyway, this is where I said I was changing up the actual driveway. I actually wanted to get a car on here, so I ended up putting in a foundation piece and a shorter piece of the roof, just so it's got a little ramp going up to it. And it kind of worked out quite nicely. And it allowed me to put this car up here. That was semi-floating, and I did move it down with the tool mod, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm doing it for you right now, and it did work itself out quite nicely, actually. I thought it looked very effective, and I'm glad that we kept in the little driveway moment. I really am. So into the interiors. As always, when my spibbles, I always kind of furnish the room first, and then we just come back in and drag it all together. So yes, used quite a few pieces as well from the new expansion. I really like the build and buy menu. Build and buy objects in the expansion. There are a few things that I really don't like. This seems like a jumble of kind of styles to me, and I kind of like that in a way, but there are a few pieces that there are only a couple pieces, and they're just not cohesive with anything else in the game. It's just very strange. But I do like the build and buy menu. I love all of the wallpapers, all of the windows. I really do. And that's why I didn't want to go ahead and do the kind of like ranking all of the objects, because I kind of liked a lot of the stuff, if not most of it. So it would have been a very, very boring video, and I just decided against it. And that's why I was like, shit, okay, well, here we go. We're going to have to crack out something for today. And today it was this little speed build. Yes, it was. I did a little cabinet over here using some kitchen cupboards, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it in the weird way. It looks even better once I get some books and stuff in it. I used those little cube ones, all those little cube shelves from Dream Home Decorator on top of the vampire cupboards, and I was kind of for it. At the end. I thought it worked out quite nicely, actually. You'll have to let me know, and if you don't like it, then tough tits. It's in the fucking build now, so you just gonna have to deal with it. What am I going on about? No idea. I end up waffling so much in a speed build. I really do. So, kitchen. Ignore the wall. I decided against that blue. It was just a little bit too blue compared to the rest of this house. And as always, I am in my neutral era. So this house does lean more on the neutral side of things, which is good for you guys, because then you can go in and add whatever colors and stuff you want into this build. But it's a nice family home. I just wish it would have been on. I like the width of the lot, the 30 by 20 lot. I just wish it had another, like, I wish it was like a 30 by 50, you know, with a big back garden. Because with British bungalows, you usually find as well, they have quite large back gardens because, well, people like to do their gardening when they get older, and not only older. I'm not being stereotypical here, but it's usually a thing. So they like a big garden. And that's what you usually find with British bungalows. They do have a lot more of a longer back garden, but I couldn't for this lot, so I had to persevere with a smaller courtyard garden. And I liked it. I liked it in the end. I really did. Using the Parenthood kitchen as well with the new oven and fridge. I'm not too keen on the oven and fridge, to be honest with you. I'd have liked a plainer fridge. I just don't see fridges like that in day-to-day life, so it just looks a bit weird to me. I wish they would stop over-styling things and making things too cartoonish and just give us basic things, you know. But, you know, it's the Sims team, and I've been asking for this for years and nothing's changed. So, anyway, moving on. We're into the dining room now. You can see I put those big glass slidey doors from Eco Lifestyle into the dining room. And it allowed us to have this nice big dining space. I do end up going in and putting in potties and high chairs everywhere throughout this house as well. But I don't think I'd do that in the actual build. I could be wrong. I could be not. Absolutely 100% in love with these new sconces. Those globe sconces are one of my favourite objects. Well, in the whole expansion. If not the game. But yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them. So there are 2 bathrooms for this house. One of them is an ensuite off of the main bedroom, but there is a big family bathroom here, full bath and shower. So for gameplay, it should work out quite deliciously. Yes, it should. Love this new bed as well. Love the new bed from the expansion. I put it into the master suite. The main bedroom though is quite long. So it was quite difficult to furnish. Like these wardrobes, but I hate the size of them. So the ones that you're seeing, what I'm using now, I actually sized up with the tool mod. I did a 1.1 for scale. I just find them a bit small. I don't understand why they're doing these tiny little wardrobes. It's just weird. So I actually sized them up with the tool mod, and I will be doing that from now on because I actually really do like those wardrobes. I just think they fit lots of different aesthetics really, really well. And yeah, kind of for it indeed. Little dresser moment here as well. Ended up going for a marbled kind of vibe. I'm not really into it, but I just thought it looked nice with this room and the aesthetic. So I decided to use it, and that is what I went and did. Yes, I did indeed. So, nice master bedroom. Now into an infant room, a nursery. So I ended up playing around with a few of the newer objects that came with the expansion in here. And I like the look of it. Love that wall decal, the owls and the tree, and it's all like, oh, I just love that. Really, really nice touch. Glad we have that too. Ended up using the same wardrobes as the main bedroom because I just wanted a cohesive look through here, to be honest. Love that new rug as well. I think that rug is base game. I could be wrong. But that new rug is just, yeah, lovely. I'm going to be using that to death in lots of children's rooms. Yes, I am indeed. But yeah, there we go. Lovely, lovely. And then this room here I made into a toddler room. So you could like furnish these rooms to whatever you like, but I just wanted a younger family moving into this place. So in my head, it was a toddler and an infant. And I kind of liked that. Kind of liked how we did it. Kind of love that new toy box as well. I think that new toy box is so cute. Really, really is. Bit of weird swatches here and there, but what's new with The Sims 4, to be honest. But yeah. So yeah, toddler room, you could change this as the gameplay progresses. Decided on putting like a little reading nook for the parent as well in here, so they can come and read to their toddler or whatnot. Kind of vibing with it, to be honest. Kind of vibing with this, the whole aesthetics going through this house. I was happy. I was happy, but it did take a little while today, especially when I pooped myself and thought, crap, I haven't got a video for today. So I got this all done in one day, plus all of the edits and everything. So can we have a round of applause for me, please? But don't worry. I didn't overwork myself or anything today. I just wanted to get something out for you guys. Now the garage is a bit of like a weird space. It's storage. It's got a bike. It's got bikes and stuff in here. It's also, I put a desk in here. Maybe the dad like wanted his own little room to come in like game, and this was the only way for it. But yeah, kind of cute, and I'm very much into it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now for a lovely little video tour. Have a lovely weekend. See you on Tuesday.